What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Chase, and today we will be talking about the movie Passenger that I just came out of the theater and saw. And I gotta say that this movie probably is one of the worst horror movies I have seen in recent years. And I don't mean to say like this is like the worst movie ever, because it's just everything inside of it is just badly executed. No, the reason I say that is because this movie is just painfully all right. Like, it's painfully okay. In fact, to me, the quality of this movie feels like it should have been on streaming services rather than an actual theatrical release. But let me go ahead and give you guys a quick synopsis that I got off of Google about this movie. A few weeks into their van life adventure, a young couple witness an accident that leaves the driver dead. Soon they're being pursued by a demonic stalker who's impossible to outrun and follows them wherever they go. And that's all I'm gonna give you, because really, when you watch the trailer of this movie, it doesn't give you much. In fact, the trailer of the movie is the intro to the actual movie itself. So they blatantly show you the intro to the movie in the trailer for the movie itself. And I gotta say, the trailer did its job by getting me within the seat of the theater to go watch it, because I was thoroughly intrigued just from the trailer alone. It felt very cliche, felt very jump scary, it felt very typical, but I did like the atmosphere going throughout this trailer. But when it comes to the actual movie itself, it doesn't really give you that same vibe, sadly. And I hate to say this because, like I said, I had very high hopes and anticipations for this movie. I am a thriller / horror junkie, so I was excited to see this, especially with last week I went to go see Obsession. This week I had to see Passenger, and next week I'm gonna see Backrooms. But with this movie right here, I know this one was the dud, because just watching this movie, I was falling asleep through this movie to a certain degree because it was just so boring. I mean, the actors in the movie itself didn't give any memorable performance. The supernatural being within this movie didn't leave any impressions on me either. And the setting of the movie, the story of the movie, the actual internal conflict between the couple themselves, with them now getting introduced into this van life, kind of living this nomadic life and living the RV life, and, you know, just traveling places and not really having a home. And they're just now getting into this lifestyle. Even that part of the movie where there's supposed to be like that internal conflict between the couple and certain things that they're not agreeing with, because the girlfriend kind of wants a permanent settled home, while the boyfriend, he kind of wants to move around because of certain things that happened in his past that they don't touch on too much, but they briefly talk about it a bit, to where it's like, oh, okay, I see the reasoning why you want to do this, but it's not really a compelling reason on why y'all are doing this. And then there's certain moments within this movie that the girlfriend herself does that I'm just like, literally, if you just call your boyfriend or go to your boyfriend right now, instead of doing certain stupid things like you feel like something is following you, but let me still cross the street with both of my AirPods in. What? Oh, I see that the RV that I'm trying to get to is far away and my boyfriend is in the gym right now and I feel like something's following me. Instead of me going to the gym where my boyfriend's at, let me go to the RV where I'm gonna be alone. What? Oh, this movie is just, there's just certain moments in this movie where I'm just like, why? How? And then there's certain acts where it's just like, that literally happened for a certain reason, and now that we've gotten past that reason, that didn't really need to happen in the first place. If you guys watch the movie, you guys will know what scene I'm talking about specifically. You know, it just has these cliche horror trope type things where it's like, oh, the girlfriend sees something, boyfriend doesn't believe her, then the boyfriend eventually sees it. Now they're both looking like they're going crazy. You know, it's just typical, man. We have the exposition scene, which was a weak exposition scene to explain the supernatural being, which you're gonna have that in a horror movie in general, but this one was very weak. Like I said, nothing about this monster was really compelling to where I'm just like, ooh, this monster is really interesting. In fact, the design of the monster itself, it was boring. I just feel like I'm just ragging on this movie, but I have to, because like I said, the trailer, it gave me high hopes, but when I went into the movie, I feel like I got something that was meant for streaming. That's the quality of this movie right here. Like I said, nothing in this movie impressed me. This is an all right horror movie for people who really aren't into horror movies and they want to go see something in theaters. People will like this, but as someone like me who is a horror junkie who has watched some top-notch stuff, this didn't do it for me. This was very subpar. In fact, like I said, this is one of the worst horror movies I've seen, because it's just a by the book horror movie. It has a good amount of jump scares, it has an all right plot that you can follow, it has some scary moments. It's not really, you know, gruesome or grotesque to a certain degree. It felt like the grotesqueness of certain parts in this movie was kind of forced to me. Like, it didn't really need to be there, because the movie doesn't rely on it, nor does it really show much of it. But honestly, for me, this movie is a no-go. I will not be watching this again. I will not recommend this. I will not be buying this on Blu-ray. In fact, I don't even think it's worth the ticket of admission. You should watch this movie on streaming services. as a background movie. Like, you can literally put this on the background and scroll on Twitter, TikTok, do whatever you want, because this movie does not deserve your full attention. But you guys let me know what you thought about this movie down in the comment section down below. Let me know if you're actually going to go watch this movie this weekend. I hope to God not. But that has been it for another video on this channel. My name is Chase. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And that's all I got to say. Peace.